Hi, my name is Sydney Taylor, and this is my audition video. So what inspired me to become an actor was mostly just my childhood. I never really had that one moment where something happened or I saw something that made me go, oh my god, I want to be an actor. It's just kind of always something that I've wanted to do. Not even something that I wanted to do, it's just kind of that one thing that I always knew was the right thing for me, and that it was kind of the only thing I could ever see myself doing. I could never see myself going to work in an office in a cubicle all day, every day. That just wasn't going to happen. And when I was little, I would create little characters from costume pieces and stuff like that, and they would have their own mannerisms and their own backstory and everything, and I got really into that, and I would put on shows and performances for my family and everything, whether they wanted to or not. It was kind of a against your will type of thing. But yeah, so it was just kind of something I've always done and something I've always known I wanted to do. As far as training, I started off doing plays when I was about 5. So I did a whole bunch of little kiddie plays in kids theaters like Kid Spot in Massachusetts. And then once I got to middle school and high school level, I kind of shied away from it because the theater department was very cliquey, and I don't know why I let that scare me off, but for some reason I did, and I kind of shied away from it. And then I overcame that, and I was like, that's ridiculous. If this is what I want to do, I'm going to do it. And so I did the Adelphi University Summer Theater Intensive the summer after my junior year, and that was amazing. It was 2 weeks of just getting to collaborate with a bunch of really creative people and doing what I love and perfecting my craft. And after I graduated high school, I took a gap year and I moved to New York, and I did a acting conservatory program at the Stella Adler Acting Conservatory, and that focused mostly on scene studies. And then I got a job when I moved back home working for History Alive, Inc. in Salem, Massachusetts, and that's for a show called Cry Innocent, The People vs. Bridget Bishop, and that's a very character-driven show. It involves cast rotation, so I'm responsible for knowing 6 female parts, and there's character doubling and a lot of improvisation in character. So that's helped immensely with my experience with improvisation and character work. And I'm currently a theater major at UMass Boston. This monologue is from Laughing Wild by Christopher Durany. I want to talk to you about life. It's too difficult to be alive, isn't it? And try to function. There's too many people to deal with. I tried to buy tuna fish in the supermarket, and there was this person standing right in front of where I needed to get the tuna fish. And I waited a while to see if they'd move, and they didn't. They were looking at the tuna fish too, but they were taking a real long time on it, reading every ingredient on every can like it was a book. Pretty boring book if you ask me, but nobody has. So I waited a long while to see if they'd move, and they still didn't. And I couldn't get to where I needed to get the tuna fish, and I thought about asking them to move, but they seemed so stupid not to have sensed that I needed to get by them to grab the goddamn tuna fish. I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all to ask them to move. And I'd probably say something like, "We'll move when we're goddamn ready, you nagging bitch." And then what would I do? So I started to cry out of frustration. Quietly, so as not to disturb anybody. And still, even though I was softly sobbing, this stupid person didn't grasp that I needed to get by them to grab the goddamn tuna fish. People are so insensitive, I just hate them. And so, I reached over with my fist and I brought it down real hard in his head and screamed, "Would you kindly move, asshole?" This is Ophelia's monologue from Shakespeare's Hamlet. "My lord, I have been so affrighted. My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all embraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, down gibed to his ankle, pale as a shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous in purport, as if he'd been loosed out of hell to talk of horrors. He comes before me, he grabs me by the wrist, and he holds me hard. Then goes he to the length of his arm, and with his other hand thus over his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face, as if he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm, and with his head waving up and down, he released a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without their help, and to their last vented their light on me.